we need to get funding. So the issue is not always the money, but it's how you can access the money. Funds are there all around the world. We run programs in 52 countries around the world. We know that funding is available in banks, funding is available in the private sector, but the issue is how will I convince this bank or this investor to give me this money? So accordingly, this is the key question of most entrepreneurs. And this is a dilemma we've seen all around the world, all the way from Africa to the Arab region, to China, to the US. It's how we can access finance. The speaker in this workshop is a very close friend. His name is Mr. Ahmed Hijris. He's a financial business counselor in UNIDO ITPO Bahrain. He has a long experience in finance and supporting entrepreneurs. Hundreds of entrepreneurs have benefited from him and his experience in accessing finance. So he's a graduate of business, and then he did his master's program, special executive program on finance. So he's really a guru in access to finance. And I will leave the floor to my friend and my brother, if you want to call it, Ahmed Hijris. Ahmed, please go ahead. And then at the end of the session, Ahmed, we'll be taking some questions. I'll be sharing them with you once I start receiving them. Please go ahead, Ahmed. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear friend and colleague Afif. Thank you, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. Today we'll be talking a little bit about access to finance and business planning, mostly about business planning. What's the different types of business plan, and what's the difference of business plan, and how to prepare a proper business plan and components of a business plan. So please, Jordan, share the screen. So we'll take about 15 minutes talking about the business plan. I'll have a small presentation about it. And if you have any questions, maybe later on, we'll talk about it more. What's a business plan? A definition of a business plan is a document that examines a particular project. Mostly, it's a guideline. How you develop your business, how you're going to start your business, how you will do your business. People think a business plan is not important, especially startups, or people always think about a business plan as a way to access to finance. It's not about only to get finance and get a better access to finance. A business plan is a guideline. It's a way, it's a path that will help you to run your business, to develop your business, and to start your own business. This will put you on the right track. A business plan is an assumption, but assumptions are based on realistic facts. What do I mean by realistic facts? It's about by getting quotations, getting right pricing, doing your due diligence, doing your research. This is how you properly do a business plan. What is the purpose of a business plan? It's the process of to arrange your thoughts and highlight a profitable opportunity, give it to banks and investors to raise cash. If you see with me, is to arrange, if the beginning is to arrange your thoughts in a logical order, is to set the way you're going to develop your business. It's a guideline, it's your book, it's your Bible. How you're going to put your business, how you're going to develop your business. Is your business profitable or not? Then we move into the part of raising funds. The problem that we have in the region, funds are available. Everywhere finance is available. But coming up with an entrepreneur who has a proper business plan, which is hard. So in this part of access to finance in my presentation, I would like to focus more on preparing a proper business plan. Showing what are the components that will be in the business plan. These are the components of a business plan that we are all, we and UNIDO, and mostly in Bahrain, developed. It has 14 parts. Not all of it have to be in a business, have to be in your business plan, but it's mostly give or take what your business plan should be highlighting. So we'll move into each one, detail it, see what is it about, and then we will move, inshallah, to the questions later on. Executive summary. This is the most important part in the business plan. It is all in writing. What is your business? What is your business idea? How are you going to develop this business? It's the most single important part in the business plan. For me as a banker or as an investor or as a reader, I would read. I would like to know on this page, in 3-4 pages, about the business plan in writing. There is no numbers, there is no calculation, there is no no facts, just what is your business plan is all about. Jordan. Second part is the business description. It is what is your business. It is includes your business name, your business objective, your mission statement, and your legal issue. What do I mean by legal issue? Is it a company that has more than one partner? Is it a single holder company? So on this part, you have to showcase to the reader, what is your business? What is your mission statement? What is your business objectives? The next part is industry analysis and trends. Why are you opening your business? Is your business seasonal? Is there a gap in the market for your business? Is it the right time to open your business? For example, in Bahrain, we have a very important seasonal business opportunity. It is the Formula 1 race. You see Bahrain, you see all in Bahrain, all of the businesses are more focused onto, and this part in this season is all about Formula 1. This is an example of the season. Why I'm open in this part of the business plan, I have to showcase why I'm opening this business. The next part is about products and services. What is the product and the service that I'll be providing? I have to be very careful when I do this part. I have to showcase my product or service that I'll be providing. What is its impact on the market? Is my product quality-wise? Is my product cost-efficient? From where I'm going to get this product and service? Is it up to technology or not? I have to write each product I will be developing in my business, and I will be selling in my business also. Target market. Who's my target market? I have to identify my target market. Not everybody is a target market. We identify target market by mostly four sectors: by gender, is it male or female? By income, by location, and by age. People always get shocked when they know the most people that are buying in an age range of people think it's always between 18 to 40. No, it is less. It is 13 to 25. This is the purchasing power. People always try to focus on them, but every business have to be different. I have to detail my customers, who I'm focusing on, who I'm trying to sell my product on. I have to identify them from day one before even starting my business. And this second part, the next part, is the competitors analysis. Who's my competition? I have two types of competition: direct competition and indirect competition. Let's take an example. If I'm selling bottles of water, I have a competition who are the companies that direct competition is the companies that are providing also bottled waters. Indirect competition is the tea, coffee, other type of liquid businesses liquid bottle businesses. I have every business in the world has a competition. I always have to identify who is my direct and indirect competition, who will share the market with me, who I am sharing the market with. And I have to highlight them from day one. Jordan? Okay, strategic position and risk assessment. In this part of the business plan, I always advise the readers to do a SWOT analysis. People think SWOT analysis is outdated. It is an old analysis technique. Actually, it is the most effective analysis technique that we are helping entrepreneurs to develop their businesses wise. It is putting your strength, your weaknesses, your opportunities and threats. In this part, they have to see what is my position, what is my strength, what is my weaknesses, what is the opportunities that I have, what are the threats in the market that I'm facing at the moment. Next, can you go back? In this part, I'm talking about the marketing. What is the marketing and sales strategy I'll be using? What are the marketing techniques I will be using? Is it I'll be going on social media? Is it I'll go on billboards? Depending on your business, what type of marketing that you'll be providing. My colleague Abdurrahman gave you a presentation yesterday about marketing. We always have to focus on what type of business that I'll be doing and what type of marketing I'll be doing for this business. So, operations, and this part I have to be very detailed. I have to know my day-to-day, I have to write my day-to-day operations, how I'm gonna run my business, what every little detail I will be doing to run my business. If I'm producing bottles of water, from where I'm gonna get the water, from where I'm gonna get the bottles, which car will be taking them, how I'm gonna putting it, how I'm gonna end, at the end, how I'm gonna sell it to the end user. It is my operations, my day-to-day functions. I have to be very detailed when I write this part. Technology plan. The next part is technology plan. What technology I'll be providing, what new technology that I'll be providing in the business, if there is any technology that I'll be providing. If not, you have to write it in your business plan. Management and the next part is management and organization. Who are my management? Who are the main key players in who are my key employees in the company? I have to identify them, who will be handling his functions, his day-to-day, and what he will be providing. Development, milestones, and exit plan. Each business have to have future plans. What are my next steps? Today I opened in Bahrain. Next step I'll be opening in Saudi Arabia. I'll be opening in Dubai. I'll be opening in Turkey, depending on type of business. An exit plan, if I'm trying to what time I should exit the market. Some businesses, some people develop businesses that they sell after a certain period of time. They develop a business, sell it, develop a new business. They have put an exit plan from day one. What are my next steps? What are my future plans that they will be putting in the business? Have to be mentioned very well in the business plan. Financials. The thing that we should know about financials, don't be creative. 1 + 1 = 2. I always have to have a proper accounting systems, proper financial systems. I have to have balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statements. Have to be what is my profit and loss accounts. I have to showcase it in the business plan. We could send you anytime a template of a business plan that we are using here in the office with Unido Bahrain. It's been certified from mostly all of the banks and financial institutions in Bahrain. And the last part in the business plan is the appendix. Who are your key players, marketing material, any photos and pictures about the video, about your business plan, any technical information. A proper business plan should answer the following: who are your customers, how you're going to reach them, what customers, and how do you know this? How does your business provide customer wants? These are a list of the of questions that a proper business plan should answer. People think a business plan is very hard to do. It's not. If you have the proper guidelines, proper templates, it's easily done, but it has to be based on realistic assumptions. Realistic assumptions comes from research. Always try to make your business plan easy for the reader to read. Financials are never going to a very high structure on financials, finances that the reader and the banks or investors will be easier for them to read. Don't be creative when it comes to financials. Always try to provide a better picture when it comes to the business plan and how you're gonna make your business profitable. This is in a nutshell a small presentation about the business plan, and I'll be open for questions if someone have any questions. Show me, tell me. Show me something for business. We could share this presentation, and we could also share a template of our business plan that we are using here in Bahrain. It's a self-calculated business plan. It's easy to use, and we could share the presentation if you wish. My colleagues will share you the presentations if you require. You can find it on our for my dear friend, what's his name, from Lebanon, Hanin. You can find our business plan on our website, UNIDO Bahrain, ic.org. Just research UNIDO Bahrain. You can find the template of the business plan on our website. If not, we can send it to you. My colleagues could send it to you. When it comes to specific applications that help you creating a business plan, there is so many models that could help you to create a business plan. I'm not saying we have the best model to create a business plan in the world. No, there is applications, there's websites, there's even companies that create a business plan for you. But no one can create a business plan as yourself. This is why I always advise my entrepreneurs to do their business plan themselves. I always want them to write their business plan. Then we can help them on with the financials. We can help them with so many things, marketing, with the creating also the business plan. But I need them to do the due diligence. I need them to do the work because they have the input. No one can do a business plan better than them. No one can write a business plan better than the owner of the business. This is for Yasmin from Sudan. What is the best way to access the business plan budgeting for a service business? To assess by doing your due diligence, Mariam from Pakistan. By doing your own due diligence, by doing your research for the business itself. Then you can do the budgeting. It's mostly, you don't want to go compare, you have to compare yourself into the market. You don't want to be higher price than the market, and you don't want to be lower price from the market. You have to do your due diligence. Is the biggest mistake that I've seen people do is getting advice from friends or colleagues about costing of products. I'll tell you a small problem that happened with one of my entrepreneurs. He wanted to do a coffee shop. So he bought an air conditioning system would cost him $10,000. He was discussing with a friend, I want to open a coffee shop. I want to buy an air conditioning system. He bought the air conditioning system without doing his due diligence, without even asking and doing his market survey. He discovered later on that he does not need this type of air conditioning. He needs a different type of air conditioning that would make him have a loss of $10,000. The biggest mistake is to avoid is you have to do your own due diligence. You have to get quotations. You have to go and get pricing. You have to get so many things before opening your business. Give me a question. How can I summarize my business plan for a pitch competition? Summarizing a pitch for a competition is a very you have to showcase what you want the reader to know. Pitching is all about you want to sell your product to this reader. Summarizing a business plan is how you're going to pitch yourself for them, is how you're going to do a proper business plan, how you're going to do a proper pitch. So you have to summarize your pitch. You have to know what you want to say, show a product what you want to say, and then hopefully you get hopefully you win this pitch. The business plan. Can you read it to me? I don't see. Always changeable. If you do a business plan and if you sell more, if you generated more money, then you have to change your business plan. You've opened a business, you've generated more money, you have to change the business. You have to change your business plan. A new market opportunity came. You have to identify and redo your business plan. You're having a crisis as the COVID-19. You have to reevaluate your business plan. You have to reevaluate the work that you've been doing. Next one, Jordan. Customers, please do your exercise to know your market. You have to ask people, is it doable or not? Have an exercise by doing your research. Also have an exercise of brainstorming sessions, you and your colleagues. Is it doable in Tunisia, in Algeria or not? Then you can move into doing a proper business plan. Then you can move into developing it as a proper business. What? What is his name? Malat. Please answer my question. Malat, yeah, and the part of the business plan is when it comes to organizational structure, you have to write about your team. In this part, you showcase your team. Afif, if you have any questions for me.
No, I believe you're taking them live from the chat room. And I just want to highlight a few points that were raised. And for the slides, I believe Ahmed will also share the slides and the templates that we use, which is available, as he said, online wherever you go. The business plan doesn't have any special format, but you need to address the basic points that were raised by Ahmed. The level of complexity and detail of the business plan depends on your project. But one advice I would like to give to all entrepreneurs or potential entrepreneurs, and this is something that happens all around the world, entrepreneurs tend to come up with an idea and then immediately start implementing. We see many entrepreneurs who come to us saying, I want to develop whatever business they want to do. And they tell you, we already rented the space, so we need to finalize and I need to get the funding. And this is not correct. I'm one of these people. When I graduated in 1994, now more or less you'll know how old I am. This is one of the biggest mistakes we did. We graduated from the university, masters in business. We thought we knew everything. And then we started running a mobile and selling mobile accessories and mobile phones. And then 6 months later down the line, we closed down. Although we did a lot of money, but we didn't study the market. And this is one of the biggest issue we face with entrepreneurs around the world. You need to plan things. You need to know what do you want to do and how you will reach that. Another thing that a lot of entrepreneurs fail to address is you need to do a market study on the financial tools that you have in the country. Today, 10 years ago, we used to have bank loans and maybe some VC funds. Today, now we're talking about VC funds that are very specialized VC funds, biomedical, in artificial intelligence, in robotics. It's no more open. Things are getting very specialized. So VC funds is one. Angel investment is a new thing coming up. Crowdfunding is another setup coming up. Microfinance is another, although it's a bit old now, but even microfinance tools and schemes and mechanisms, they are improving and they're changing and they're becoming more specialized. I remember in many of the visits we had around the world to developing countries, we used to meet with bankers and big investors and they all want to finance entrepreneurs because at the end of the day, the bank or the investor, he wants to make money. So accordingly, the main question is always, how can I ensure that this entrepreneur coming with a business idea has studied it very well? Because you can go to someone like me or Ahmed or any company and ask them to develop a business plan for you. And it can be easily done. You can now throw at Ahmed and say, can you please prepare a business plan to develop, I don't know, a coffee shop in Guatemala. He can do that in 3-4 hours. He can come up with a very fancy, nice business plan. But is this business idea yours? Ahmed developed it based on his own understanding. It's the entrepreneur who has to really develop this concept. Another thing, it depends on the kind of financing you're looking for. If you're looking for a few $1,000s, you don't need to go to major banks. You can go to crowdfunding. You can go to VC funds. You can go to angel investors. You can, maybe save a few money and invest onto that. So access to finance, and the main question is, how will you get the finance? Who will give you the finance? This is the key. This is the make it or break it. You could have one of the best ideas in the world with one of the best, business plans developed in feasibility study and whatever you, and sensitivity analysis and all of these details. But if you're not able to access the finance, if you're not able to sell your idea to the banker or investor, you're not going to get financing. And in one of the countries I visited, I met with the Secretary General of the Banking Association in that country, which I'm not going to say which country. And he said, look, we finance those who we know, which means we only finance the people we know. People we don't know, we will not finance them. So accordingly, and what I always tell entrepreneurs, you don't need to start a business with $10,000. Start the business with a few $100s that you can come up with. Start the business and gradually grow the business. As you grow the business, people will start to know you. You will have references. You will have people who know you. And then you can approach these financial institutions. I have a case in Bahrain with one of our entrepreneurs who requested something around $100,000 financing. The bank approved for him something around $10,000, which is 10% of what he needs. And he came to me and he said, what shall I do with the 10,000? I cannot do anything. It will not, I cannot do anything with this business. So I said, no problem. Take the 10,000 and start working on a smaller size operation. And at the end of each month, pay your installment. He said, but I don't need this money. I said, no, you take it. And then at the end of each month, you pay this installment. Within 2 years, you will close this loan. The bank now knows you because now they gave you a loan which you repaid back. This is a positive sign. When you come to them 2 years or 3 years later saying, I need $50,000 or $100,000, they say, we know you. We have dealt with you before. So having someone like a financial counselor, a financial mentor, someone like Ahmed and his capabilities can help you remodel the business to satisfy the financial requirements. It's a give and take. It's not, I need 10,000, you give me the 10. It could be, no, we're not going to give you the 10. We're going to give you the 1,000. Or in some cases, we see financial institutions which jump the line and say, we're not going to give you 10, we're willing to give you 50. So accordingly, this issue or this access to finance is not a straightforward book rule that you can adopt. It's a negotiation that you have to go to and be part of when you discuss with banks, when you negotiate with banks. It is very similar to running any business, even in selling your own product. You have to negotiate. You have to convince the other side that giving you this money will give his money back plus the profit that he would be looking for. I know I can take so much time and speak about this issue because this is a dilemma we live and we deal with so many entrepreneurs around the world. Ahmed, I believe you went through most of the questions. One thing I would like to say when it comes to pitch, how you pitch. The concept is called elevator pitch, and the elevator pitch builds on that you're coming down the elevator and then you press the elevator, the door opens, you walk in and you find Bill Gates. Bill Gates, the owner of, or the ex-owner of Microsoft, or the founder of Microsoft. And you have a business in the IT sector. And you would need Bill Gates to invest in you. You have 10, 15 seconds by the time you finish this elevator journey. What will you tell Bill Gates so that he will be willing to listen to you for a full meeting? This is what we call the pitch. Usually now they do it as 1 minute or 3 minutes, but at the end of the day, you need to cut the story short when you address the pitch, and then you need to create the interest for him to listen to you, to speak to you, to support you. I know this is a very long discussion, a very long issue that can take us hours. We are more than willing from our side, for those who are interested in having another session, we can do, after we finish this virtual forum with ICYF, we can develop maybe more detailed sessions, virtual sessions on going more into deep about packaging, marketing, branding, franchising, financial instruments, financial tools, access to finance, and so forth. So this is also an option that we can present to our partners in ICYF and for the participants that are attending this virtual forum. Can you please give us a list of institutions that offer financial aid? Ms. Sana from Algeria. It depends, it depends on the country you're in, like some financial institutions or institutions are willing to give funds to Algeria, but maybe not to Bahrain, or maybe to Congo, but not to Mali. So I don't know, I cannot just simply share a list just like that. It depends on it depends on the sector, the business that you want to develop. I know Islamic Development Bank, they have, but not to all sectors. And sometimes their financing is big in size. So Ahmed, if you have anything to say, if not, then we'll move it to the organizers so that they manage the rest of the day. Ahmed.
I have nothing more to say, but always try to work on a proper business plan before starting any business. Try to keep it as much as you can realistic. Do your own due diligence, do your research, do your realistic assumptions based on your research. Then, inshallah, we could help you at any time to develop a business plan. You can contact us, you can contact our office, and we're there for you, inshallah. Thank you, Afif.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, everyone. I move it now to ICYF.